Welcome back to another episode of Your Cup of Tea. Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, today's episode is about how your problems are not invalid just because someone out there, somewhere, has bigger problems than you do.
This has become quite a common problem. People can't just bottle up their feelings and their issues, forever. It's just kind of an inconsiderate way to tell them you have no right to complain just because some child far away is starving.
Or some people start complaining about their problems, but then the other person's like, look what I went through, and they turn it into a competition of problems. The other person needs to vent. If you don't take it seriously and you turn it into a competition, then...
I just think it's silly, how when we have competitions, we try to prove who's better.
Yeah.
And then it's like...
I don't know how that proves it's
my life sucks! My life sucks! I'm the worst!
It's like, oh, please. You should have seen what happened yesterday.
Yeah! Go kill yourself! My life sucks worse!
It's not right.
If you have a problem, or if you know someone that has a problem, be sure to listen. It's very important. You might not know how much it means to the other person.
They might not have anyone else to talk to, so you might be the only person. And they trust you with their problems, and for you to turn it into a competition, who are they going to turn to now? I was explaining to someone much older than I am about how I don't like some certain types of men, and I was just telling him my opinions and feelings about them, and he just completely dismissed it by saying my opinions don't matter because I'm only 22 and I haven't experienced enough. I shouldn't have opinions of my own just because I'm so young. Yeah, I'm much younger than you, but so what? Have you lived my life? Have you seen what I've seen? How can you tell me that I haven't experienced anything in 22 years to form an opinion about something? Older does not mean wiser.
22 years, yeah, it's young, it's true. But everyone learns along the way. There's so much to absorb. If you have a child and you go to a toy store and you see that your child wants that really useless little toy that you just dismiss as, wow, this is probably the worst toy he could probably ask for in this entire store, but he likes it, man, wait till he gets older. You can't just tell him that. You just gotta explain to the kid or to your child, I can get you something better. Or you can give it to him. He will realize it for himself. So telling somebody that you haven't experienced anything just because you're still young is kind of hard for anyone to hear. It's like you're telling me my 22 years, 20 plus years, or 10 plus years of my life, is invalid?
It's like, how could I not have experienced anything in 22 years? Where have I been the whole time then?
You're growing.
What was I doing?
Yeah, you're growing up. You're learning a lot.
Every single person has their problems, whether they're rich or poor, happy or depressed, fat or skinny, and all of our problems are valid because each one of us is born into the world without a say in anything whatsoever, and so we are given a finite magnitude of problem that we're gonna live through in our lives. And for someone to be like, oh, someone else has it worse than you, so you have no right to complain. Can I not complain? I'm sorry. I'm not complaining about hunger because I'm not starving in Africa. So can I not complain about anything then?
And if you're gonna tell someone, don't complain because there's someone out there starving, then you better go feed that person. Or tell that person that he or she better go feed that person.
I know a lot of people complaining to me about their dysfunctional families and how their parents beat them and stuff, and I'm not going to complain about that because I'm lucky enough to be born into a wonderful family with wonderful parents, and I appreciate it. But don't I have stresses of my own? Yeah, they may not be because of family, but they may be of something else. Am I not allowed to stress over stuff?
I'm a young adult going to school, studying really hard. I have only a small handful of friends who I consider to be really true friends, and I'm more than happy to have them. And a very highly supportive family. And to go with that, I'm privileged enough to do a hobby that I really find myself to enjoy, and that's doing these videos and talking to you guys, whoever want to join, talking about things that really matter, and from time to time trying to make your day a little bit better, because certainly this makes my day better doing these things. Certainly these make Maggie's day better too. And this is just among the many fortunate things I'm able to have and do. However, that doesn't make my life perfect. I mean, no one's life is. Maggie and I have various amounts of conflicts, and each of those great things I've listed that I'm fortunate enough to have. And these issues mean a great deal to us too. And like, we're fully aware that at least 95% of the world has it much worse than we, and they matter too. But there is a very common theme that comes with that too, and it's that other people think it's okay to be inconsiderate to those who just want to let a little bit out of their chest, just because people 1,000 miles away from where they are having it even worse. True or not, these responses are just not relevant, to the person who has something to say, something that they just want to let out. So the bottom line is, just because someone's having it worse than you doesn't make your problems invalid. Your problems and issues and all your conflicts do matter because your feelings matter. And because of that, you matter. Because as a person, we all have feelings, don't we? We can't just dismiss it so easily. You're a person, we all are, and if there's an issue that you just want to let out, then you should talk to someone that you know who would listen and would be understanding and would not judge you or ridicule you for having such a desire to let something out of you. Talk to someone who doesn't tell you that you don't have a right to complain. We're human.
Being human is literally like the hardest thing you could ever do.
And living is the longest thing you'll ever do.
Yeah, so when someone tells you that life is short, no, it's not. It's the longest thing you'll ever experience.
And if you see that there's no one out there that would be willing to listen to you or want to understand your position, or you just feel so, left out and alone, Maggie and I sure can. We can talk. Just leave us a message or a comment and we'll give you a response. We might not be the best sources of advice there is in the world, but
I am a good listener.
And I am a good listener also. I try. Bottling up your emotions and with anything that you just want to let out, while it may make you feel tough or look tough, you're really missing out on some sweet relief. Next time you just really want to say something or just you're having it so bad, like the way you feel, like maybe your self-image, maybe you have a really bad self-esteem, and you just want to talk to someone about that, someone who would listen, someone who would understand, and you think might give you good advice. You, of course, take the responsibility to talk to the right people. If you have a similar opinion, or if you have a differing opinion, please leave it below in the comments, and we'll definitely check it out, and we're open to listen to any suggestions you have.
So let us know in the comments below, was this your cup of tea?
Or coffee.
No, tea.
Was it too hot?
Tea.
I think it was delicious.
Tea.